It's Marty here in these beautiful studios, and so happy to have our hometown gal, Alexandra Kay, here. Thank you so much for taking time.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Oh my gosh. Well, yesterday you had a day.
Had a whole day. It was a great day, yeah. Yeah, I was excited.
Shop.
Yeah, we had the opening of my very first coffee shop in my hometown of Waterloo, Illinois yesterday. And as you could probably hear in my voice, I talked a lot yesterday. We had about 1,000 people come through the shop yesterday. Wild.
That's
but
crazy. You were like the Garth
special.
Brooks of CMA Fan Fest locally here, being there for almost 24 hours.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. And I was like, I am not leaving here until we get through this entire line. So we ended up staying open, I think, another hour, maybe hour and a half later than what we normally do.
Right.
Just to make sure we met everybody. So it was really fun.
So how often do you think you're going to stop by the coffee shop?
As much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to learn the computers yesterday because I really want to be able to go into the shop and like just jump behind the counter and take orders and help and, you know.
That is super cool.
Yeah, like that sounds so fun to me. So yesterday I did try to jump on the computers a couple times. I got intimidated and the line was really long and I was like, and I left.
Like, I'm done. But like, I heard that you did some really cool things for the people because you turned this around really quick.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And so my dad, I have my dad and my manager, Beth, to thank for that. Because they made a lot of the decisions because I'm in album cycle right now. And so basically they would, get everything together and then come to me and say, out of this, what do you like? And I would make the final decision, but like they did all of the legwork on that and I couldn't have done it without them. Also Middendorf was our contractor. And if we would have chose anyone else, it would not have gotten done in time. So they were working on Father's Day. They were working on Saturdays. I mean, you just don't see union companies doing stuff like that. So we're really, really grateful.
The mural on the side looks beautiful.
Thank you. The muralist is incredible. She's from Missouri, so she did a great job.
Hometown, here we go.
Yeah.
And speaking of hometown, like you think about how many times artists come. I mean, when you're growing up as a kid here, so many artists make a stop here in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And you're not here for very long.
Right.
But if you could give a country artist like a quick 3 things to do in the St. Louis area, whether it's a restaurant, thing to go to, what would you recommend?
Oh, well, okay. If anybody's ever looking for anybody that comes through St. Louis, because I do get a lot of those texts from my friends that are like, hey, we're touring in St. Louis this weekend. What should we do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're looking for good Italian food, you need to go to the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to party and you want to feel like you've got a Nashville vibe, you need to go to Game 6 Honky Tonk.
Yep.
And if you want oysters, you need to go to Broadway Oyster Bar. But, if they're going to travel anywhere in Illinois, I'm always like, go to my hometown because Waterloo's got so much to offer.
What are some of your favorite places in Waterloo to go to?
I mean, I always eat at Frederick. Obviously, I like Italian food.
You and me both.
So, when my cafe was Bean Tree Cafe, because it was a cafe that was in business for 17 years prior to me buying it. And every single time I would visit homes when I was living in LA or Nashville or anywhere, and I would always come home and I would make sure that on Sundays I had my turkey bacon melt at Bean Tree Cafe before I left. So I always said that is the one thing I made sure I did every time. And so now it feels a little weird to say I would go to my shop and get my favorite sandwich because it's the same.
I'm glad you kept it on the menu.
Oh, for sure. We actually kept a lot of the menu the same because Bean Tree was such a staple of the community. And what ended up happening was I knew the owners, Jay and Lisa, very well. Lisa used to help me get out of my my late passes because I would show up late to school because I've never been good at being on time. And I ended up being her office assistant in high school. And so we got really close. And so when I decided that I wanted to open my own shop, it was really important that I had their blessing because I didn't want to open a shop in town and have them think that I was just going to be competition to them and why would she not even talk to us about it. So these are just things I wanted to check off my list before I found out my location. So I sat down with them and I had my turkey bacon melt like I always do. And I was saying, I just want to get your blessing on this. And they said, well, we really, we've been looking for a way to retire and a right time. And this feels like a God thing because, we trust you with this place. And what do you think about buying us? And I said, absolutely. Like this was my dream location anyways, but I never thought it'd go anywhere. And so it was really important to me taking over that I kept a lot of the things that have made it a staple of the community for so long. So kept a lot of the menu the same. Really, we just gave it a facelift and made the powdered sugar pink and added some bows, and you know what I mean?
You like pink? No way.
Yeah,
I
no
can only
way.
imagine what your wardrobe is at home.
It's literally all pink. I have 2 closets, and I call one my Lexi closet and one my AK closet. And one of them is just cowboy boots and sparkles and pink. And the others is more normal stuff, sweatpants.
Right. The one that you just wear around when you're not
Exactly.
out
Sweatpants
doing
and tennis
things.
shoes and
I
flip-flops.
totally agree with you. And tonight you're playing St. Louis Music Park.
Yeah.
You're playing home. What's that feeling like today, now that it's finally here? Because obviously you dream about this day for a long time. And here it is, finally here.
Well, I woke up this morning and first thing I thought was, Lord, please let my voice come back for tonight. But I'm blown away that, first of all, it's sold out tonight. I can't believe it. And just as somebody who came from this area and played every single bar in this area, I didn't skip any steps here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I played the smallest of bars to the bigger bars, to the opening acts for the big major people that came in, to playing my own little small club shows where I sold my own tickets. I didn't skip any steps.
No.
And so, did the pageant a couple years ago, and now we're here. And I just, I'm just really grateful. And I'm really glad we didn't skip any steps, because every time I drive through here, I'm like, I played there, I played there, I played there, I played there. And I feel like I really worked my way up, and that I guess I worked really hard for this, and I can feel that, and I can feel proud of myself for making it here. And I just want to say, like, we really pulled out all the stops for the show tonight. Anybody who's coming, like, this is the biggest production we've ever had. It's the most money we've ever spent on production. Like, we pulled the stops out for y'all, St. Louis, and is the longest show we've ever done, because we really are playing a lot of deep cuts, old cuts that I used to play in the bars. We're just giving it everything tonight.
What do your parents say? What are their thoughts on this, that this has happened?
Man, it's wild. Yesterday was a wild day because my dad is the general manager of my coffee shop. So yesterday was a wild day for me and my family. My dad's at the shop right now if anybody wants to go see him before you come to the show. But it's wild. I told my parents back when I was about 18, 19, that I didn't want to go to college and that I wanted to pursue this dream. And they had spent so much money and time and effort getting me in the best softball clubs so that I could get a scholarship for college. And my dad's face was white when I told him I wasn't going to go to college and I was going to chase this. And so I'm just really glad that I made him proud. And I told him back then, I was like, I'm not going to stop until I make this happen. And they just kind of laugh about that now, because they're like, you did it, you know? Yeah. But
a lot of hard work.
Yeah. And they're the best support system in the world. I have an incredible family, so I couldn't have done it without them.
That's super cool. Well, we have here, we're known for Anheuser Busch, clearly.
Yes.
Yeah. But we have so many great microbreweries here in town that we're going to do. I mean, tons.
Yeah. I tell my friends about it in Nashville all the time, because when anybody comes to visit me, any of my friends come to visit me, they always bring me some beers, because I love the microbreweries in St. Louis. And so, yeah.
Here we go. We got a smorgasbord of random beers, and we're going to, I guess, taste test them and decide which ones we like the best. There is a non-alcoholic one, I guess.
Okay, we can get that one out of here. I'm just kidding.
I was like, I hope I don't pick that one as my favorite. You know what I mean? So we're going to taste test these one by one, rate them 1 to 3, our favorite, and then I guess we'll unveil which one it is.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's start with one here.
I think this is one.
This is one.
Great.
Cheers to a great day, great night. That's not a bad one. That's actually a good one.
That one's good.
I'd rate it
like an ale.
Yeah, I'd rate it a 2.5. I don't know if we can do half points. Okay.
Is it out of 10?
Out of 3.
Oh, out of 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 1.5?
Okay, 1.5.
2.
2. All right.
2.
I'm gonna have to put that one over there. That's my favorite right now.
Over here. Cheers.
Cheers. Hold on. How did you get a different one? No, I didn't know. Maybe I went the wrong. Well.
Oh, JK, that's 6. My bad. It looked like 2 on the other.
That one's 2.
I'd rate this one a 1. I feel like Dave Portnoy right now doing the pizza thing, but
yeah,
I'd give that one a 1.
that's interesting. 1.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Is this 3?
3. Here we go. I'd give it a 2.
I would give it, as far as like drinkability, like this is something I would probably order if I was going to have multiple.
Right.
So
I agree with you that.
I'd give it like 2.5.
Okay. I'll go to 4.
I feel like this is Urban Chestnut.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
I feel like this is Urban Chestnut, so I'm going to give this a 3.
Okay.
Because that's my favorite. Yeah.
Do you drink seltzers?
Not really. I'm a beer girl.
Wow. Beer all the way.
Yeah.
I love like Select.
I really like Select too, but like you can't get it.
Can't get it anywhere except here.
No, I know. Like the first time my boyfriend lives in Nashville, first time he came here, he's like, "What's a Bud Select?" I'm like, "Just try it."
It's brewed for the Lou.
Yeah.
It kind of has some coffee in it, I feel like.
It's not bad. It's like it's actually good. It's a 2 for me.
I would give it a 2.
Yeah.
All right, last one.
Okay, last one. I did accidentally already try this, but cheers.
I could have like one of these.
Yeah, I'm not much up for the hops.
You're right.
So
It's hoppy.
yeah, I'm gonna do a 1 for this.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, one and done with me for that one. All right.
Yeah.
What was your favorite?
4 is my favorite.
4 is your favorite? I'm going to go with 1. I'm going to move this around here. I guess we have to.
You're going to go with number 1 for your favorite?
I'm going to go number 1 with mine.
Okay, and she's going to go with...
All right, so here's 4.
The one that she said was Urban Chestnut.
I think I already know which one it is. I can tell by the...
Yeah.
Is it Underdog?
Is it? Or is it 312?
Ooh.
Is it go silent?
Oh, it's Banana.
What?
And 1 was Urban Chestnut, their IPA ale, Midwest Coast.
That is funny.
That is too funny.
Not me trying to be a beer connoisseur, and I'm like, that's Urban Chestnut for sure.
I'm going to drink this now.
I really like it though. You know, it kind of reminds me of Schnickel Fritz from Urban Chestnut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many good, like St. Louis is such an underrated town, and I love it so much. Mm-hmm. And there's so much pride here.
There really is. And like, I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be from here. And I like wave that flag. And I know that a lot of people are like, you're from Illinois, you know, but I'm like, I am from the St. Louis area.
Right.
Though.
Right.
Like people don't realize that like, yeah, exactly. Like Waterloo, it being so close. I mean, I can get to St. Louis in like 30 minutes.
Totally.
So anyways, I rep it. You'll hear it tonight. We're going to play you some Nelly before the show in St. Louis.
Do you have a special outfit for tonight?
I have multiple outfits for tonight.
Wow.
I told you.
All right. How many times are we changing outfits?
I think 2 or 3.
Okay.
Maybe 3. I don't want to give you everything.
I know. Don't let it all out now. I get it. I don't blame you. Alexandra Kay, thank you so much for doing this. Congratulations. I mean, we're so proud of you here at WIL at what you've done. It's been unreal to see it.
Well, I just want to tell you that this radio station, you guys have supported me before anybody else did. And like, I will never forget that. You guys have been playing my music since I even think the music should have been played. You know what? Like you guys have been supporting me forever. And like, I will never forget the people that were there first, and you guys were there first. And
you have a radio single coming out?
I do.
That we can talk about now, right? I mean, we had to like keep it under wraps earlier this year.
Well, I have a song that's out today, actually, that's called Feminine Energy.
Okay.
And it is so fun and flirty, and there's just, it gives like early 2000s. And I grew up listening to like Britney and Christina. And so I really channeled like my Christina in this. And so girls, go give that one a spin, because I promise, especially on your way to the show tonight, because it'll get you hyped.
I'll be honest, I feel guilty right now not wearing pink right now.
That's okay.
I thought about it.
You know what?
There's some pink in there.
There is some pink in here, and under the lights, it looks pink. So
I love that.
I'll let it pass. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Alexandra Kay, thank you.
Thank you.